Okay, everyone. It's a pleasure to have you guys back again. Welcome to Stories of Fashion, a place where we share stories. When you think your story is the worst, listening to someone's story. We believe that everybody got a story to tell. So I'm about to start real soon. Give me a few seconds as I share this. Nobody can tell your story better than you. The return of Stories of Fashion Life podcast. Give me just a second. Let me share this, and then I'm gonna start Stories of Fashion. Give me just a second. Nobody can share your story better than you. We believe that everybody got a story to tell. What is your story of fashion? How will you share your story of fashion? Think about it. Everybody got a story to tell. Nobody can tell your story better than you. If you just joining us, welcome. I'm gonna give you guys a little summary of what Stories of Fashion is all about. So let me share this real quick and let people come on. So Stories of Fashion is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping people. When you think your story is the worst, listening to someone's story. Anybody can share their story. It doesn't matter which part of the world you are, where you located, you can share your story. I'm pretty sure everybody got a story they want to tell. So we do our stories by chapters. You can take a specific chapter of your life. It can be your education, it can be your relationship, it can be your marriage, it can be your family, with whatever chapters you want to take in your story. We take those stories. So the first thing we ask when you come to Stories of Passion, we ask you, why are you sharing your story? That's the first thing we ask. If you don't give the reason why you're sharing your story, we're definitely not going to take your story. So you got to give the purpose of you sharing your story. What lesson do you want the world to get from your story? Because every story got a lesson. Before you share your story with stories of passion, you gotta come with your answers. Number one, why you want to share your story. Number two, what lesson will the world learn from your story? Those two questions, those are the first two questions you have to think about when you come to Stories of Passion. Everybody come to Stories of Passion for different reasons. Some probably you sharing your story because you need help, financial help, you need emotional help, you need mental help. Those are the helps that we give. We may not be able to help you right away, but we definitely gonna network you with people that have similar story as you. So, example, if you share your story, you said that you're going through some mental challenges, obviously you're gonna contact other mental health agency and network you with the right people. If you need mental, let me say mental, excuse me, if you need emotional support, we're gonna ask you what kind of emotional support you need, and then we will network you with those people. And also too, probably spiritual. If you need spiritual support, we definitely gonna ask you first. There are a lot of people who just share their story and they say they need a spiritual guidance, a spiritual counselor. So we definitely gonna have some spiritual counselor who will be talking to you, communicating with you, and trying to help you. These are all the services that we offer, and we also have the network service. Let me say the network. Yes, we do network. Sometimes we do workshops. Network is part of our events that we also do. There are times where we just have event and just invite people to come and network. You can do that. You can come to the workshop. We have different events, and we really encouraging people to share their story. Everybody got a story to tell. I always, every time I talk about stories of fashion, I always talk about this poem that I wrote. I'm just going to read it. It said, every creature has a passionate story to tell. Even the trees have stories. How the wind caused all their leaves to fall, him will come and slash off their branches. We all have some kind of story to tell the world. We tell our stories differently. It could be through writing, it could be through singing, it could be through dancing. However way you share your story, you are still sharing your story. But as you share your story to the world, not every eye will read your words. Not every ears will hear the tone of your voice. And not every mouth will talk about your story. But you will always touch someone by your story. So, what is your story of passion? And how will you share your story? Think about that. We all got stories. Stories of Passion is here to help you. Contact us. Nobody telling your story for you. It's just you. So I'm going over the what Stories of Passion do because we are returning back to our podcast and we are here to help you mentally, emotionally, financially, always. We are here to help you. So if you have a story or somebody that you know want to tell their story, contact Stories of Passion. Stories of Passion is here to help you. Again, anywhere in the world you can be. We are a global organization. We are in Africa, Europe, Canada, all over. If you have a story, be of help. Probably you don't want no assistance, but your story can be an inspiration to someone. It can be a medication for somebody. And somebody's story too can be a medication for you. So it's time for us to help the world through our story. Nobody can tell your story better than you. So, what is your story of passion? And how will you share your stories of passion? You have to think about it. Stories of passion, we are in Africa, we are in Europe, we are in Canada, America. People got stories. Come and listen to stories and share your stories of passion so that you will be a help to somebody out there that have worse situation than you, that have worse situation than other people. So I want to ask you this question. What are some of the challenges that you overcame and you want to tell the world about it? What are some of those stories? Something that you overcame in your life and you want the world to learn from you. Probably you don't want financial assistance. Probably you don't want emotional support because stories come in different ways. Stories come through emotional trauma, mental trauma, financial trauma, any way life can knock you down, or any way life can recover you. People go through a lot. So, how will you share your story of passion? Think about it. It can be a medication to someone's soul. Most of the time, the things that we find ourselves going through in life, most of the time we really don't, it's not all about medication, but looking for someone that has similar story as you is important. So stories of passion, we are here to help you. We are here to make your story go global. We are here to inspire somebody with your story. And you are also here to learn from stories that have similar meaning as well. So sit down and think, how can I share my story? First, you have to ask yourself what the lesson I want the world to learn from my story. What really inspired me to tell my story? What kind of help can I get from stories of passion? We are here to help. We are here to assist you. We are here to make you bring your dreams to life. So if you got a story to tell, come on. Stories of passion. We are a global organization. Somebody wants to hear your story. Just, you don't know how many people out there that have stories. You think your story is the worst? Listen to someone's story. People going through things. So it's time for you to learn from somebody that has similar story as you. What is your story? And also too, if you want to be a volunteer for Stories of Passion, we are here. We are taking volunteers all over. We will be so happy to have new people coming to be a part of Stories of Passion, because Stories of Passion is for the community. It's not just for one person. Stories of Passion is for the community. So as you tell your story, you volunteer, this would be a great help to somebody's life. If you want to be a counselor, you want to be an interviewer, we are here. Stories of Passion. Nobody can tell your story better than you. So in everything that you do, know that only you know what you are going through. Only you know your challenges, and only you can understand your story of passion. So if you think your story is the worst, listen to other people's story. Everybody got a touching story to tell. Everybody got a touching story to tell. So when you want to have your story told, contact Stories of Passion. We are here to help you, and we are here to make you better. Your story is a medication to somebody's soul. Come on. We look for volunteers. Some of the services that we offer are mental, emotional, and financial assistance. Those are the services that we offer. So, as Stories of Passion come back to their live podcast, we are willing to help people share their story. Everybody, everyone have a passionate story to tell. Even the trees have stories. So if you want to use your story as a medication to help somebody, come up. Stories of Passion can help you. Whatever help you want, we can give it to you. We're networking with the people that have similar stories. So it's a beautiful community to be in. Stories of Passion is here. I just came on this live for a while, guys. So we're about to end Stories of Passion first podcast for 2026, and we will be back next Thursday. So thank you so much, everyone, for watching Stories of Passion First podcast. Have a good day.